Aaron, is that you? Oh man, you're doing that thing that I know you do. You know, my mama always told me that one day, being a fictional character never learns how to play. I just want to be in that moment, you see. And like the little birdie, I can fly and be free. Besides, if it wasn't for you, who would I play to?
If you're with us in the chat, welcome in. Happy Monday. Let us know what you're up to this weekend. I gotta actually switch from this to a non-DMCA playlist very quickly. If you're in the chat, you want to submit music as always, !submit to submit, !skip if you want to skip the queue. JLNJ, welcome. Happy Monday and congratulations on the new release. I hope you're doing well. I hope you've had a good weekend. If you're in the chat, let us know what you've been listening to. Let us know what you've been working on. And as always, if you want to submit your music, it is free. !submit to submit, !skip to guarantee you get played on stream today if you want to do that. There's a $5 paid skip queue if you want. A $10 super skip queue as well if you really, really need to be at the top of the stream. If you want to be first today, that's going to be the best way to guarantee to get played on stream and the best way to guarantee to get played first. We are looking pretty light on submissions today, if I'm being honest. Much lighter than usual, so I would say if you are in the chat and you want to submit your music, go ahead and get those in. Digital Sauce, welcome to the chat. It's nice to have you. Definitely suggest turning your music in and submitting something, because we are really light on submissions today. Low-key, if I'd seen this, I might have canceled the stream today if I'd seen this. I did not produce a song I submitted. That's fine. Tarek, what's going on? I'm just gonna ping this for everybody in the Discord really quickly again. Tarek, what's going on? If you're in the chat, let us know what you've been working on this weekend. What are you excited about this week? I'm coming off the back of one release straight into another release. Linda Store, welcome to the chat. It's nice to have you back in here. What's on the camera on? Like I said, it's chill today. We got a really chill stream. Not a crazy amount of submissions today. So if you are looking to submit, definitely go ahead and get your submissions in sooner than later. We have like a little skip queue of like 4 songs right now. So if you want to guarantee you get played on stream, best thing you can do is do the $5 paid skip or the $10 super skips. It's up to you. You don't have to do that. We'll try and get as many free ones as we can today. So it's really, truly up to you guys. So do what you want. We're here. Regardless, we're here. What have you guys been working on? What are you up to? I just had a new song drop this past weekend from my artist Vera. And so I've just been pushing that. I've got a new Shaloop song dropping this week through Genius Distro, and we're really getting back into the swing of things. So if you have a chance, go stream this song. I hurt my back like an old man, so I've been kind of struggling my way around. But yeah, that's it. Kind of chill. Kind of busy, but chill day today. I got a lot done. Most of my to-do list got done today at work, which is great. You always love a day where you get all your shit done during the day. And yeah, that's kind of all. I'll give you a rundown on what this is, what we do here, what the point of the stream is very shortly before we get into it. But if you're in the chat, if you want to hit the tweet link, tell your friends to come hang out. Look, today's one of those days where we're a little shorter, a little bit shorter of a queue, so we'll definitely get more songs done. Finally did my taxes. I still need to do that, if I'm being honest. That's on my list of things that I need to get done still, is those taxes, man. I hate tax season. Jay, what's good, man? We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. Come through if you're around. We'll be listening to music for the next 2 hours, giving feedback. Like I said, today is a little bit more chill on the submission side of things, so I think we'll get more free skips done during the stream today. As always, if you want to guarantee you get played on stream today, Best thing you can do is subscribe or gift a sub. That's not right. $5 paid skip on Nero will get you bumped into the paid skip queue. A $10 super skip will get you bumped into the top of the queue, and you'll be one of the first songs to play today. But it's up to you. You know, do what you want. I'm not really tripping at all. We're gonna get through as many songs as possible. It's the worst for being a sole proprietor. I feel you. That is exactly what I'm about to run into this time. If you guys are in the chat, make sure you submit your music. Like I said, we are light on submissions today. We're gonna get started in like 4 minutes, so I'll give you guys a little bit more time. If you're in the chat, though, let us know what you've been working on. What are you up to? Where are you watching from? How was your weekend? What did you do this weekend? I watched hella fucking Asian cinema this weekend. That's what I did. Joe Jazz, thank you for the paid skip. Logan Key, welcome to the chat. Digital Sauce, thank you for the follow as well. If you guys are just joining us for the first time, make sure you submit your music through Nero. Boom. That's where it all goes. You're going to want to make sure that you submit that. I haven't seen Severance yet. It's on my list. Listening to the new John Bellion. I was historically a big John Bellion fan, but I will say I'm maybe not the biggest fan of him anymore. But I'm pretty good friends with like one of his old collaborators, and I think that left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth, just being so close friends with his collaborator. The new Nasir is crazy. I don't know. I haven't heard it yet. So make sure you submit. I see there's something from Nasir on here, which I'm excited to check out. If you guys are in the chat and you haven't submitted yet, just make sure you hit ! Submit. Like I said, we are a little lighter on submissions today. So we're probably going to get through a lot more songs than we usually do. If you want to skip the queue, here are the instructions to skip the queue as well. Feel free to do that if you want. There's a $5 paid skip or a $10 super skip. Either way guarantees you get played on stream. So Tyler this weekend, she was crazy. I'm sure it was. I'm very jealous. The Tyler show and the Tyler tours are the ones that I haven't been to yet, and I really honestly would love to see. I don't know what my next show that I'm going to is, but I just saw J-Mac, My Name Isn't J-Mac, and Tommy Richmond last week, and then Serena and a bunch of people from the New York area the week before. So I don't know who it's going to be next, but I'm hoping it's either going to be Bright Eyes, Charlie XCX. It'll be one of those two, I think, realistically. I'm really hoping it's Charlie XCX. I'm looking for a brat evening. Bro, what's up? We're live on Twitch right now, live on YouTube right now. Come hang out if you're around, if you want to send some music in. We're going to get started in about 2 minutes. Travis Spitta, he is hard. Travis Spitta was really good at that show as well. I'm a big Travis Spitta fan, in all honesty. I've been fucking with him for a while. And it was cool to see him come out of that J-Mac show, Tommy Richmond show. Charlie's on my festival list this year, definitely. What up, Will? How you doing? Guys, it's hot as fuck in New York today, and I don't know that I like it. My apartment has no AC at the moment, so sweating a little bit in this room. If you guys want to submit your music, Nero, boom. If you want to skip the queue, we have a $5 paid skip and a $10 super skip. Both guarantee will get played on stream today. You can do that if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to. We're gonna get into it in a second, though. I'm gonna explain what this is, what we do here, how this all works for all you guys in the chat. But if you are in the chat, just make sure you submit your music if you have not already, and we're gonna get straight into it. Life of Tom tour. I might pop out to the Life of Tom tour. I don't know if I like Lord Sko. I don't know if I'm the biggest Sko fan. So if I don't go, that's probably why. I've seen Tom perform a couple times, and I do love seeing Tom live. I would give Sko a shot. Check it out. I could see him being a good performer. I just don't know if there's been a Lord Sko song that's caught me like that yet. You know what I'm saying? I like them. I support them. I don't know if I've heard the one that's like really been like, oh yeah, this is it for me. But look, I love his work ethic. His work ethic is standout, and I can't in any way, shape, or form argue with that. All right, if you guys are in the chat, maybe I'll give you a little preview. We've got a new song coming up from Schloob this week on the distro side of things with Genius. So for everybody who doesn't know, you know, if you're here for the first time, been inside all day because I was outside all weekend. Look, I didn't go outside this weekend because I hurt my back, so I've been lying down for days, and honestly, I kind of wish that I'd been able to go outside today, but whatever. It is what it is. I had work to do too. Got my streaming snack. What is your streaming snack? I need to know. All right, so yeah, on my day-to-day job, I am the director of music distribution at Genius and at WorldStar. So I run the distro companies on both sides of those things, signing artists, putting music out, using Genius as kind of an amplifying tool to kind of get them in front of more artists, do pitches on the DSP side, curator side. Been managing artists for like 10 years. I also produce music. I'm a classical violinist. I've been an artist myself. I just do like kind of a whole bunch of shit, man. On Instagram, Kayvan's House, we've got like a whole page where we do like collab posts with artists, where we do playlists, boom, New Music Friday playlist, songs we found in the comments. So you can always go submit to this for free if you want. Comments and listen to the songs that you put it in there. Me. Save my favorites to this. Why not? You know, cool content where we're just kind of asking like artists that we're fans of a little bit of advice they would give to other rising artists as well. So you can always check that out. Dropped a new collab today with Diabolical Discs, just highlighting some of the artists I'm excited about and listening to right now. Shout out to Laura Elliott, unbelievable. Shout out to Vu. If you like jazz music, Vu is an amazing jazz musician. Beautiful. You know, Saki out of the DMV, Nicole Hahn out of LA, Vera out of Nashville, Tennessee right now as well. So look, do a lot of cool stuff, New Music Friday playlists, songs that we find on stream every week as well. So if you're submitting music here, make sure it's a Spotify link if you want to be considered for this content and playlist as well. And just look, like interviews, all kinds of shit. We got a new interview dropping this week with the head of 175 Oak label, a friend of mine, Tavar Rhodes, who's been working in distro for a few years. So we've got interviews dropping with professionals and with artists as well. So we're just trying to bring you both sides of things. But what we do here every week, and I'll play this song from Schlub, which is our new distro release dropping on Friday 1st. But what we do here every week is music feedback. So every week I come here, I listen to music, I let you guys know what I think, I playlist songs, kind of use this as like a talent incubator, artist development kind of thing here. Because it helps me work with artists without working with artists, if that makes sense. I love helping artists. I love supporting artists. It's always been something that I've really enjoyed. And so this kind of gives me the platform to be able to listen to your music ahead of time or after it's out, support your music in playlists, support it in content, follow artists I really love from the Kayvan's House page on Instagram as well, and just keep up with you guys, right? So that's what we do here. There's really only one rule: be respectful of each other. If you're not being respectful, you will feel my wrath. No, I'm kidding, but I am going to give you shit and probably kick you and ban you from the community if you're not being respectful to each other. So yeah, you'll feel my wrath in a sense, but it's not that deep for me. It's just you know, you're out of here. That's all there is to it. So if you want to submit music, it's always free. Make sure you hit ! Submit. We take all of our submissions through Nero now. That has changed in the last couple of years. So for those of you who were here before, don't send it into the Google form. I'm not checking it. It doesn't exist. Make sure you use Nero. If you want to guarantee a song is played on stream today, best thing you can do is do the paid skip of $5 or $10 for the super skip, which will get you bumped into the top. And that's it. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into some music. I'm going to play the song from Schlub that we have dropping on Friday 1st. And that's that. How do you get in touch with you long term if you want to work with you for rollouts and stuff? I don't really do freelance rollout work, in all honesty. You can hire me for a paid consultation. I just did one this weekend. It's $150 for 30 minutes, $250 for an hour. So if you want to hit me up on Kayvan's House, if you want to do a one-on-one consultation, you can. But what does that mean, young cappuccino? This drops Friday from Schlub. At Schlub on Instagram. I'm hype about this one. I fuck with Schlub, man. Really, really good dude. Hard-working artist. Great sound. Out of Louisville, Kentucky. So I'm hype about this one. This drops Friday. If you guys do want a pre-save, I'll drop a pre-save in the chat for you as well. Sometimes I get off subject. It's fun just saying that dumb shit. This shit be therapeutic. Don't you think too much of it? I don't care about shit they saying. You might recognize Schlub. He did a song with Jack Harlow a couple years ago called Wasted Youth. He's a part of the Homies as well in Private Garden, which is like, they're all from Louisville. Just a really, really talented group of creators and musicians, to be honest. Yeah, to Young Cappuccino, to your point, like, I would love to be able to do more with artists, but honestly, just between management and distro, I'm so spread thin right now that I can't really do one-offs with people. But I'm down to do like the consultation type vibes. That's actually a lot of fun for me. So, Will said this makes me want to roll a fat one and smoke with Sosa. Fucked up by them dollars. It's really chill, honestly, man. Like, I'm a big fan of Shloob's, obviously. That was why I signed him in the first place. But if you like that, you should check out some of his other music, too. Rotation was the last single that we dropped. And this is what that sounds like in a second. This is what Rotation sounds like. And you can actually go stream Rotation. That's out right now. Hey, man, the Private Garden shit is cool. This whole album is just bops. This whole Shloob album is about to be just bops. Just bop after bop after bop. There's a lot of West Coast feeling vibes on it, which is fun because he's from Louisville, so it's not really what Louisville sounds like necessarily, which I thought was really interesting. Visual representation is already nice, and, you know, he's just a good dude. So definitely go support this guy. @Shloob on Instagram. Also, this is an awesome name. You know what I'm saying? You can find him in our Discord and in our Twitch community as well. All right, fuck it. Let's get into some music, man. We've got like a little skip queue going. But like I said, we'll be giving feedback. So if you're in the chat, let us know what you think of the songs too. We definitely want to know what you think of the songs. We're starting with Christian RDJ. Produce and mix this one. Oh, did not produce this one. Sorry. Vocals in the hook and first verse. Sleep is the second verse. Cheers. Let us know what you think. This one's called Who You Is. And you guys will see how this goes as we start to get into it too. So, you know, if you want to submit music, just make sure you !submit at any point, and that's going to pull up the submission form. It's free to submit your music. So I would submit anyway. We're going to have a bunch of free skips today. Let us know what you think in the chat. I'm a killer's baby, they get turned a 5 to a 10. Roll up again, I'm on fin, pull up in belly trucks. These whole salty, I put my whole infinity again. One call, get him gone, fight like a son, nut, he met his ends. I do like this. I've said this before, this is like really in like, it's like a guilty pleasure subgenre of mine. CR1ST1AN_AUD1GIER. It's got a nice bounce to it. Honestly, the mix is really solid because the vocal cuts through in a really nice way. It still bounces, it's still got that knock. The timing on the delivery on this one's a little different than some of the other stuff we've heard from Christian. Hook is catchy. It's like a really good tempo too, honestly. Like this is a super easy one to listen to. And I will say, just to preface, I don't always like music in this space. Sometimes in this space I get a little bit lost in the structure. The mix can be a little off. Delivery of the timing of the delivery can be a little bit off. But I feel like in this case, it's hitting where it needs to hit. And this one's not out on Spotify or anything yet, right? You've just been only dropping on SoundCloud? Could see this having a dope video. I definitely could see that as well. I do think that the visual representation is going to be a really big part of how you need to market this and get it in front of people. Are you going to be dropping stuff on Spotify? And guys, if you have any questions about the music industry or anything, just feel free to ask me in the chat. I'm always happy to answer. When that sub hits, it's actually such a perfect mix on the sub-kick ratio. It's nice. It's nice and full. It's not too loud. It's not too overpowering. Velatelli, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Yeah, if you submit it in Nero, where we take all of our submissions, Velatelli, you have a very good chance of getting played today. So every 5 songs, every five paid skips, we do a free skip at random using our spinning wheel of names, which I forgot to show you guys, but some of you know what it is. Woo, I'll put all your names in there. We'll spin it. There is a $5 super skip or $5 paid skip, $10 super skip. Both of those guarantee you'll get played on stream before the end of stream today. Super skip just puts you higher in the queue. Every 5 paid whatevers, we'll do a free skip at random. And then usually we do like the last 30 minutes is for people in the chat just for free. So if you stick around, there's also that opportunity to get bumped up as well. But we might end up doing more free skips today just by nature because we have less submissions than usual. If you use this link in the chat, !submit, it's going to pull it up. Just follow that link, fill it out. Your submission will be in there, okay? Phazos by Nam up next. Love this artist. Pre-master. We've listened to a lot of his unreleased stuff. He doesn't have any music out yet. All of it's good, which is a weird, crazy thing to say. But everything I've heard, I've really enjoyed. It's just, it's high quality, good mixes, like catchy. If you like Future, if you like Thug, you should like this artist.
I don't smoke on that regular, smoking that ether, fucking my piece up. Lean got a nigga spoiling his liver. A fame for the kid, I only.
This is no different. Let us know what you think in the chat.
I could draw you like Van Gogh. Niggas been on the run, the brothers are locked. Ain't doing what I said so.
Nom.xyz on Instagram.
Steady running for the peso. This a brand new Draco. Black on the face.
What's up? We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. Come hang out.
Black on the Tesla.
Digital Sauce is hard and different. I agree. That's been the thing I've been saying about Nom, right? Super unique. Still hits all of those things on the head that you want from this genre. Vocals really nice and clear, cuts through. Beat choices are really nice. The mixes are really solid. He hasn't started dropping things yet, so that's the only thing I will say is if you want to get in early, go follow him. NAHM.xyz. I do think this dude's gonna be like a real problem once he starts dropping music officially. Probably stocking up for a long run. I definitely think so. Thug meets Rich the Kid in a good way. Pipsqueak, I'm not sure. I think so. Yes, it did. Thank you, Pipsqueak. This was Nom. This one's called Phazos. Again, you can follow him, nahm.xyz on Instagram. Like I said, there's nothing there yet. But just stay tapped in. I promise you. Music is coming soon. Content is coming soon. He has promised me that there's going to be content coming soon. So make sure you tap in. Otherwise, you're going to miss it. You're going to be late. Wouldn't you rather be early? I'd rather you be early. Remind me of Young Thug. Yeah, definitely. It's in that space, right? Like, if you like Gunna, you like Thug, you like the Atlanta rappers, I feel like you will definitely really fuck with Nom's music. And again, we've heard a lot here unreleased. You know, it's probably been like 6-7 months worth of music that hasn't come out yet that I will personally co-sign and say that I've really, really thoroughly enjoyed a lot of. So I would highly recommend you all just go follow, keep up with Nom. The music is tough, and you guys are going to like. If you like that, you'll definitely like the other stuff too. Up next, we got Mundane, another artist I already fuck with out of Virginia this time. I've actually been telling a lot of people about you, bro. Like, just even like off camera, off of content stuff. Like, we've been talking about Virginia a lot, and every time Virginia comes up in a conversation, I keep being like, you got to check out this kid Mundane from Virginia. Also, super fire. I like this artist a lot. If you're into like Anicia, Caribou, Yachty, honestly, like if you like that kind of like fluid delivery style, then Mundane is kind of hitting a lot of those things as well. But let's check this one out. That's called Jug Baby. This one's not out yet. Sorry, Jug Baby. Let us know what you think in the chat. There is something in the water in Virginia. I agree wholeheartedly.
My silence is taken for granted because it be quiet don't mean can't get it. My juxtaposition, I'm thugging with killers, but talk to bitches about all of my feelings. Been flying with pitches.
This dude, I keep saying this. This dude's just got like a certain swag in his delivery and voice. That's just exactly what it needs to be. 4 for Mundane, man. It's so easy to listen to. It's so fun to listen to. Digital Sauce says, yeah, you fire. I agree. What's up, Dad? Young Cappuccino, I agree. There's just something so nice about this way this guy goes over beats. It's all my fellow Asians in the chat. This kid is also AAPI, which is fire. Bruh. It's actually so tough, bro. You need to go check out his album Virginia's Boy. Came out this year. Also really, really good. Again, if you're in the chat, you want to submit your music, it's always free to do so. Just make sure you use this link in the chat. If you want to guarantee a song gets played on stream, make sure you read that instruction in the chat as well. This shit makes me want to bounce around way more than I physically can right now. I also like the vocal and the flow. again, I don't always like people when they flow like that. I gotta be honest. It doesn't always appeal to me. There is something about Mundane's approach to it that just hits every time, and it's undeniable. I think in the actual vocal, like just his the Tylosynth is crazy. A lot of the things that I hear in his music, to me, it's just so enjoyable to listen to, and that's just not always the case, man. I will say, like, probably like 9 out of 10 times, if I'm listening to music in that space, I'm probably not enjoying it as much. Mundane has hit for me every single time I've listened to him. Similarly to Nam. It's just, there's something about it. There's something that just speaks to my ear. There's something that just catches me and brings me in. I do think his vocal tone is like just top tier. Honestly, it's unique. It sounds good. It stands out. And the delivery is so cool. He kind of really fluidly goes in and out of beat, but always ends up back on beat. And that's definitely something that I listen for in that type of music myself. Again, Far From Mundane on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. He's at 910. He got disabled at 3.7K, so we're trying to get him back up. All right, go follow him. Lucas, if you want to submit, here is the link in the chat. Just make sure you submit through Nero. That is where we take all of our submissions. Shout out to Nero. Hank Aaron / Late Bloomer up next by Michael. That's Michael, right? Intro for the EP we just dropped. Really just here to find new music. Man, I fuck with this artist too. Look, you're going to hear me say this a lot. I like a lot of the artists we listen to in the stream. That's why we do it. You know what I mean? It's to find artists that I like and that I want to listen to and that I want to playlist. And I've supported Michael a lot in playlists so far because I really, truly enjoy his music. Up was one of the first songs I heard by him, and I've just loved it ever since I heard it. It's tough. It's distorted on the sub and on the kick. The beat's hard, but his vocals is really the standout for it. So this is Hank Aaron / Late Bloomer from his new album that just came out. It's called Earth Strong. And also we playlisted that. We supported that. I liked a lot of this project too. I think you guys are going to like it. If you like hip-hop, if you like alternative hip-hop, this is that. All right? Michael, let us know what you think in the chat. NYE.KEHL. A little bit of a different vibe from the last stuff we've heard.
Now you're feeling better, slow to stepping up the swing. Watch it flying through the air, I feel like Hank Aaron. Knock it out the park, braving up the major.
But it's, I will say, like, this whole project just felt really good to me. And that's one of the things I think I listen for. Like, if the music is going to catch my ear and make me feel good, you've done a good thing. Brian Cole says, love the flow already. I agree. Look, I don't know why it says I don't have it up saved. This whole project right here. We'll go ahead and save it. I don't know why we don't have it saved. Up, definitely one of my favorite songs on this, but I really loved Human Nature with The Mind. If you haven't heard The Mind, you definitely need to go check out The Mind as well. Triple Beam with 7th and Moyana is also a really cool song. If I had any feedback on this one, it's that the beat is maybe not my favorite. I think it's just a lot happening in the sample flip. So for me personally, that's all. Yeah, SoundCloud link is totally fine. You can send whatever you want. I'm just playlisting things from Spotify, so that's the only thing that changes. We just started like 30 minutes ago. We got another hour and a half, Nicholas. Hey. Turn that out a bit. Danny, don't even worry about it. Welcome to the chat. The bass sticks out to me, the flow. Yeah. I think there's maybe something about the balance of some of the elements in the production that maybe catches my ear. On this one specifically. I will say, if you go listen to Up, I think Up is maybe the perfect example of Michael's sound to me. Human Nature's up there as well. I'd say the bass seems to do a call and response with the vocals at times, says we'll read. That's kind of cool if that's what it is. What do you mean you just had the clock switched again? We just did that again. Something in the beat reminds me of Childish Gambino. Early Childish Gambino for sure. Steve says Rudy did enjoy this EP. It's a good EP. I do think the mix could be better in terms of low end on this one as well. I would agree with Will. It's the sample flip. I think for me the only place where this lacks a little bit is on the bass. And it's like the sub-kick combo for me doesn't really hit quite the same way on this one. But I'm going to play Up before we move on, just for a second, because it really is my favorite. And when did Up even really come out, bro? You put that out a while ago, right? I remember that one made like my best of playlist for the year as well. Yeah, well, I'd play the whole thing, to be honest with you. I just think if I'm comparing this to some of the other songs on this project, it's maybe not my favorite one. But listen to the rest of the project as well. Up came out in August. Yeah, so it was in my best of Twitch playlist for last year, and maybe best of community playlist last year as well. But Up is a perfect song. I think Up is a perfect song. Of course, that's what we're here for, man. Thank you for sending it in, as always. It's maybe a bit long also for like, and this is just like, obviously it's 2 songs, it's Hank Aaron, Late Bloomer. I wish there had been maybe a little bit more variation in the production to break up that 4-minute length of the song, but it's gonna auto play into Up right now. Or no, it's not. This is my favorite song from this project, personally. This has a different intro right now. Got 'em turning up at the function. Got 'em turning up in the function. This shit is so hard every time I hear it. This song never gets old, and it never gets skipped.
Look at the range, pull up from deep, turn up the beat, turn up the streets, hop in your cars, turn up the keys, turn up my, yeah.
Michael, you're from Chicago as well, right?
Turn up my, yeah. Turn up my piece, yeah.
Got 'em turning up at the function. I really love this song, honestly. Definitely Smino vibes, but like in the best way. This is why I say go listen to this project though, because the whole project's really good. From Milwaukee, but working in Chicago. Damn, I didn't know you were from Milwaukee. This is my other song that I really love from this project. This is the one that I ended up playlisting it on drop. This is the one in the New Music Coolest playlist. Because it's also just, I mean... And I will say, like, in comparison to the first track, too, I think the mixes on some of these other songs feel a little bit more balanced. There is something that feels a little bit off about that intro song. Yeah, Human Nature, I love the mind, too, though, so... I know we're not supposed to do this, but fuck it. Like, this is my stream. I can do what I want. Definitely go follow him, mye.kehl. I guarantee you, the rest of the project, very good. If you didn't like that intro, give the rest of the project a shout as well, because it's very good. Quan Ace, Wave Rider. This is a different pop/trap. No socials, though, so whoever put this in, if you're in the chat, make sure you drop your socials in the chat for us. I want to make sure we go support if we fuck with the song. Let us know what you think in the chat. We'll do our first free skip of the night after this. Okay. All right. So I do like this. I like kind of the balance in the direction this is going in. I wish there was a little bit more variation in the vocal melody and the actual like rhythm of the delivery. It's fine to start that way. I like this consistency, but at a certain point, it just feels like we need a little bit more like variation, a little bit more of a switch up in there, right? Especially in the melody, I think. Quan Ace. Let us know what you think in the chat. Gotta be this one, right? Quan Ace _. This is you. I like the ad-libs in this. I think that's a nice addition. It's good that you have them in there. It is short and sweet. I do wish there was just a little bit more variation. Melodically, rhythmically, in the delivery. Those are the two things that really catch my attention. I think that you could improve on and would just help you develop as an artist as well. Sorry, I'm just putting this in the Discord really quickly. Yeah, so good beat choice. More variation. I just think like it gets a little flat throughout when you are repeating the same thing, right? So like that's something I tell artists all the time. I don't know if this is Quan Ace's Instagram or not. Quan, if you're in the chat, let us know what the correct socials are. But that's the thing that I would point to is like I don't know that I wouldn't playlist it I don't know that I would come back and listen to it though, because I don't know there was a thing that really like caught my attention or caught my ear and held me in like that. I think that's the thing that I would point to, is just a little bit more variation, especially in the melody, especially in the rhythmic delivery aspect of the song, of the vocals. The beat was fine, though a little bit more variation in the beat also wouldn't be a bad thing, because it did feel like it was kind of a loop throughout. That's probably the biggest thing that I could say. Michael, don't even worry about it, bro. You're fire. All right, first free bump of the evening is going to be Late Eyes. And I've been fucking with Late Eyes shit recently, too. We've listened to a couple different songs from Late Eyes so far, and really all of them have been quite good. So let us know what you think in the chat. This is Breaker, Magoo, and Late Eyes. Yeah, consensus was you make bangers for sure. This is Deathmatch. Let us know what you think in the chat. There's a little hybrid trap drum and bass, maybe? Seems like it's a little drum and bass. I love drum and bass. So let us know what you think in the chat. Feels like this is going to have maybe a big drop to it. As always, if you're in the chat, you want to submit music or you want to submit a friend's song, just put it in Nero. It's free. If you want to skip the queue, there is a paid skip queue if you want to guarantee a song gets played on stream today. I also always get scared when I see cover art like this because it can go either way. It can either be really dope or it can be not so great. Artwork for me is an interesting one because sometimes if the artwork's just not good, it's really not going to hold my attention. I'm going to give this a chance, though. I'm going to see what this drop sounds like. Let us know what you think in the chat. If you're with us on Instagram, we're live on Twitch and on YouTube right now. Come through. We've had some good music so far. Yeah, that's fine. You can submit non-English music, too. I don't have a problem with that. Femi, I'm always live on Mondays and Thursdays, bro. Always. Oh. Make sure you submit in Nero. I don't know if I love that synth, personally. I remember when you went on Spirit just putting us on a French rap. Oui. J'aime la musique de français. Spécialement, rap. I don't know how you say it in French. I think it's just rap. Rap français is what the Spotify playlist is. Rhythmically, I really enjoy a lot of the elements to this. I think the arrangement's really good. I don't know if I love the sound design on the high-pitched synth that is kind of the lead synth, personally. That's it. A lot of really cool details in the background of this one, just kind of like sprinkled in. The mix is really solid. I just don't know if I love that one high-pitched synth, personally. And I do always try and preface, like, oh, this is entirely my personal opinion, so literally, like, if I say something you don't agree with, that's fine. That's why I asked for your feedback, too, because I want to know what you guys think of the songs. I love the arrangement on this one. I think the arrangement of this song is really, really solid. There's a lot of movement. It goes in and out. There's a little, like, half timing stuff going on here, which is good, too. I like the vocal sample in here too. It fits really well. It's really just that one high-pitched synth that kind of caught my ears in a funny way. Guys, it's hot in here right now. Maybe if the synth was rhythmic. Maybe. Honestly, it might even just have been a touch too loud. It's something about the texture in it that I didn't... It stood out but didn't keep me in the groove. I agree. All of this tension building is really good, though. Again, the arrangement is fantastic. I prefer this one. Curious to see if it comes back again or not. This drop is better to me than the first drop. Rhythmically, I do like what the synth is doing, this high-end synth. This last drop is so much more engaging, like just to my ears personally. So maybe it is that rhythmic aspect of it. Damn, I wish this had been the first drop, to be honest with you. Mix on this is really solid. Like, truly, the mix is great. Logan Key says, that's hard, bro. I'm glad you like it. That last drop was it. This... I don't know. Let's listen to the first drop again. I think it's just the... I don't know if it's like slowly detuning and slowly pitch shifting. Because if that's what it is, that's maybe the part that's catching my ear in a funny way. If not, the fact that it's just one flat note might be the thing. But there's something about that first drop where that high-end synth isn't really doing it for my, like me personally. But I will say this second one right here. This second one is hard as fuck. So I don't know. I would maybe look at it with that lens. To me, that second drop is perfect. I wish there was maybe a little bit more of that rhythmic element in the first one as well. That's it. That's the only thing I could say. Late Eyes Music on Instagram. Like I said, we've been listening. There is texture. I really have been enjoying some of the stuff they've been doing with Nora specifically. And the solo Late Eyes shit is really hard too. Keeps me... 2011 was a weird year. Yeah, I would agree with that. I was in my sophomore year of college. Skrillex was everywhere. I went to see... That was the year I went and saw Bass Nectar live in Nashville. Haven't done that since. Linda Stubbs, I was in London during that time. It was everything. So much evolution and experimentation. This drop makes me feel like when I open a pack on FIFA and get a 1M icon. Facts. Especially TD and hip-hop. Yes. That was a great time for hip-hop on the blog space as well. Indoors, Ryan Cole Productions up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. Made some tweaks based on feedback from last stream. Some cool changes were made. Personally feel like it's almost done. Let me know what you think. This is Indoors. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're going to keep things moving. 5 more paid skips, and we'll do another free one from the submission forum. So get your submissions in if you haven't.
Waking up to dreams who wait and wonder if I'll go far. While I play around safe in my room, look at my big
I would say that the vocals maybe feel too loud now, just ever so slightly. Yeah, if you go to Nero, it should show you where you are in the queue. But just as a, you know, as a heads up, this is what it looks like right now.
I feel so, oh, I feel slow, I feel abandoned, I need a new
So I don't know if they feel too loud, but they definitely feel maybe slightly too dry. I think we need some sort of additive effect on this vocal just to blend them a little bit more. Love the form and shifted part when we get to this here. I think it just feels a little raw in that first verse still. Love it when it gets to the chorus. The chorus feels done to me. Though maybe slightly loud on the vocal. Slightly. Ever so slightly. And Ryan produces all of this stuff himself as well. Great producer outside of being a great artist. Just with the volume levels, you want to blend those layers just a little bit more. So I will say all these additive details in the second verse, really nice. They're there in the background. It's like the panning, all that kind of stuff. I'd love to hear more of that in the first verse as well, just to fill up some more of that space and kind of add a little bit more of more dynamic movement to that vocal in the first verse. Chorus is perfect. Shanko, what's going on, man? We have actually changed things in here since the last time you've been in here, so thank you for subscribing. Make sure you submit a Nero, and then let me know when you've done it, and we'll get you bumped up, okay? Hook is really ear-catching is what probably makes me come back to the song. I would agree with that, too. Hook would definitely keep me coming back. Verses need a little bit more work, I think, just massaging, but the hooks will bring me back, without a doubt. Ryan Cole Productions on Instagram. Again, great producer if you're looking for a producer to work with as well. Super creative, dude. All right, it builds, it moves in a really nice way. The only note I have is just that first verse feels a little bit raw still on the lead vocal in the verses. So Chris, yeah, exactly. Boom. Beautiful. Thank you for explaining that also, because I don't see it from your side ever. So thank you. Subscribe to Love the Chorus. Thank you, Linda. You guys, again, if you are subscribing, the one thing that I will say is the skip queue is actually cheaper on Nero, which is why we moved to Nero from doing the subscribe to get bumped up. If you still want to subscribe, obviously, like, you know, I thoroughly appreciate the support, and it does get you ad-free viewing and some emotes. You can get into the subscribers only channel on Discord as well if you want to. But I'm trying to push everybody to Nero as much as I can because it's literally cheaper. Even if you did a super skip, which pushes you to the top of the queue, that's $10 versus like the 12 or 15 that Twitch made subscriptions. So that was the reason that we shifted to Nero, which is why I'm telling everyone to do it there for the most part. Again, though, if you do subscribe and you just do that, let me know and we'll still give you the skip in the queue. I'll just do it manually because I appreciate your support. And, you know, if you're sending me bread, like, I'm going to fucking make sure we do it anyway. All right. Next one. Let's keep things moving. Ryan Cole Productions on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with that. Nasir up next. Spectrum Business. Couple of famous Nasirs in the world, man. Interested to hear this one. This is Spectrum Business. Let us know what you think in the chat. Where is Nasir from? I love this imagery already. It's really nice. Ohio. Out of Ohio.
We're sorry. You have reached
The kids don't love Ohio, man. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about Gen Z shitting on Ohio so hard on the internet? I need to know. For all my Ohio people. If you're in the chat, let us know where you're watching from, too. I love knowing you guys are at in the world. Yeah, I love shit like this. I love shit like this. Easily. Sorry, I'm just using my 2-loss stress ball. Yeah, private SoundCloud links are fine. I do think that the vocal could be a little bit louder in this mix, personally. That's probably the biggest thing that I would say. They sit under that, like, kind of distorted guitar synth a little bit too much. Yeah, fuck Spectrum. They're literally the worst. I agree, wholeheartedly. Spectrum, Comcast, terrible. Concast, that's what we used to call them. Very much like music in this space. Things that I think could improve, things to work on. Making sure that vocal is destroyed the mix. Right now the production is kind of overpowering, I think, some of the vocal at times. The master's maybe a little bit quiet, but I think the master's quiet probably because the beat overpowers the vocals, so when you put it into Spotify, it's doing that thing where it cuts everything down. Really nice vocal tone and delivery on this. Let us know what you think in the chat. Nasir WTF on Instagram. Really solid. I definitely would listen to this. Or he's getting fits off too. Good for him. Shank, I'll go find you right now, bro. Definitely music I would listen to. Right time, right place. This is going crazy too. You know what I mean? Ryan Cole says, "Yeah, I wish the vocals were just a tad louder, but the idea is solid." I would agree with that. Curious to hear more from this artist. 76 monthly listeners feels crazy, and I will say I really like the visual representation again from the artwork. From the, well, I haven't seen any video, but from the artwork, from the gram, like, it just seems like there's like a visual identity there, which I really like. New single, My Shit Harder, just dropped on 3/24, so maybe we'll get to hear that at some point too. Momentum in this verse builds, and he capitalized it on really well. The payoff was worth it, says Steve-O. I agree. I think it moved really well. I think, like, generally, a lot of that I liked. The only thing that I would say is just in that master, a little bit louder. Vocals could be a little bit louder and just really cut through a little bit more, and that's quite literally it. You know what I mean? Pipsqueak says, I'm on the podium. Yeah, you are. You're almost there. We're going to do another one, maybe 2, and then we'll do a free skip, all right? Joe Jass, a Bandits intro. I love this dude. I think he just really, really great creative vision. Mixes, because you use a little bit of work still, I think, just overall. We're going to listen to this one. But creatively, this dude's got something really special, and I say this all the time. I've been saying this for years. Let us know what you think in the chat. I liked this promo you put on socials too, bro.
Scappy, the frontman of the band Planet, has been reported missing. Some say he's...
Did you produce this one yourself? Harry Muffin Man on Instagram. Just for a visual representation so you guys can see.
This ain't what you want, this is shit you need.
It's very Odd Future coded.
Now these raps got me sightseeing, making facts out of my dreams, still a ways to go.
And I say this all the time. Visually, this dude is world building. It's just a matter of time. I do still think you got to get these mixes down a little bit more, but it really is a matter of time.
Cause where you fall when it's you at home and your voice echoes, she on response. Who gon' listen?
That's what I'm saying. Visuals go dumb hard, honestly. Pipsqueak says Joe Jazz reminds me of Wolf Era Tyler. I would agree with that, Pipsqueak.
You gotta lose. Sometimes it's a hard path to choose. Feels like I'm
and he's doing all his own videos and shit too, which is really cool. So.
But I never took a summer off. Or a winter to be an inspiration to some niggas while I'm trying to lock down.
Reminds me of the bass player who has a similar image. You talking about Romdeful?
Trying to double crowds that full stock is out.
Or Thundercat?
Every time I drop, you never know how your life goes. So majority journey is my time flows. Cause I know
I'm gonna save this. What I will say is I still think the mixes need a little bit of work. This is probably the closest I've felt that you've been to like really having it fully polished. There is something about the sounds in the song that need a little bit more massaging, a little bit more just like sound design. There's something that feels a little stock, a little bit at times. It is really unique. It's really dope. It's like there isn't anyone else who like I would look at and be like, yo, Joe Jazz sounds like this person. Visually, there's something that's Odd Future inspired there, but it doesn't feel like just a rip-off of Odd Future either, which I really appreciate. So that's why I say, like, there's really something special about this artist. I do think, like, as he continues to make music, as he continues to figure out the mixing side of things, like, it's just going to continue to get better and more polished. One thing that I would suggest doing, bro, and this is just, like, as you continue to make stuff, is just bring more collaborators in. I think that's one of the ways that, like, Tyler and Odd Future specifically were able to kind of just build such a cult following was, like, by working with really, really talented collaborators and bringing them into the fold creatively as well. I mean, even if you look at, like, the Internet, Sid, like, some of those people, not UK-based, US-based, but lived in the UK for a while. I don't know if he's still in the UK right now, but definitely had a little bit of run of time where he was, in London. Sorry, he is in the UK. So definitely tap in. I mean, look, like, for any of the UK artists in here, I do think, bro, like, as you start to build in that network a little bit more, collaborate with more people, I do just think it's all going to kind of just fit together, bro. And I think that's it. But you're already close. It's really cool. It's really unique. I just don't really hear or see much else like that. And that is one of the things that always stands out to me about you. Originally from Atlanta. All right, Wub 4, Breather. Hey, man, I respect your creativity a lot. You can't really teach that, if I'm being honest. So that part you have, without a doubt. It's just polishing the other things, bro. And I think collaboration will help you do that. Naomi Singh says, come on, ATL. We love Atlanta in here. Big Atlanta fan. Wub 4, Breather. Let us know what you think in the chat. Put your socials in the chat, Breather, because I don't have them. So... Is this you, Logan Key? Put your socials in the chat, man. Why don't you put your socials in here? What the fuck? The fuck? The fuck? Don't have any. Make them. Oh, this is some real drum and bass. This is like some old school drum and bass. Are you from the UK, Logan? If you guys are in the chat, let us know where you're from. Or we just screenshotted the album artwork. It's that hard. This is UK Rave. Fully UK Rave. Mulama says I like this. Pipsqueak's from Denmark. Last song was Joe Jazz. You're from New Zealand? Basically the same thing. Would hear this in Printworks. I do like this. Needs a little bit more, I think, just like... In some of these moments where everything strips down... New Zealand DMV produces a different breeds. I think there's moments where it needs a little bit more layering-wise. The meat of it, though, when it gets into the drop is great. It feels like there's space for something else in here, and I don't know quite what it is yet. Tarek says there's a place in Hackney for this vibe. For sure. A lot of places in England for this vibe. Europe in general. Well, that's for you, bro. Brian Cole says, I'm just trying to imagine this chimpanzee is an amazing cook. I mean, he's got tongs in his hand. How does he use the tongs? How often is he flipping that fish? So many questions. Some kind of deep vocal effect. Yeah, I feel like that's what we're missing here. Some sort of vocal sample, vocal effect. To fill up some of this space. Really airy, ethereal, kind of like open synth there, but you need something that's a little bit more like in the forefront in these moments, right? Drums are nice, pacing's nice. I like the arrangement, honestly. Moves quickly. 309's nice and easy. Could definitely hear this in some sort of mix, like in like somebody's set. But I do think it's still lacking certain elements. So it's just filling up some of those moments and kind of building around what you have to fill up some of that space so it doesn't feel so empty in those moments. But really, really dope. Honestly, like, I liked it. Look, I'm a drum and bass fan, so if you send me drum and bass, I'm going to be excited. I'm going to do the gun fingers. We're going to have a good time. Hate Me, demo, Pipsqueak. Versus very much work in progress. I know it needs work. That's fine, all right? Let us know what you think in the chat. We're going to keep things moving. We'll do a free skip after we get through this one, okay? Whoa. 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 Pipsqueak, do you have socials? Why did no one put that socials in here today? What the fuck? Quadeca vibes on this new Quadeca shit, not his old shit. Remember to use social media, Instagram's Pipsqueak if anyone wants to tap in. I'm about to go follow you right now, bro. A lot of potential in this. I agree what you're saying on the verses. There's certain things. Pipsqueak. There's a lot of letters, so you gotta read this one yourself. The emotion's definitely there. Rangers, what's going on? Welcome in for the first time. I would agree. I would try and stay away from repeating the same word in the rhyme scheme. That's something that I'm a bit of a stickler for personally. Just try and think about a new way that you can get the same rhyme scheme, but maybe use a different word.
Guess the grass is greener on the other side.
Chorus is amazing though. I love the vibrato, like the shakiness in the vocal too. It's very, I took the walk to Poland. Everything feels really nice together though.
Hey.
Oh, fuck yeah. Love this switch up in this second 30 seconds as well, man. Really cool work. Let us know what you think in the chat, but I'll fuck with this. If you guys are in the chat, you want to submit, I see we got some more people in here. Just make sure you submit in Nero. If you want to skip the queue, we have a $5 paid skip queue or a $10 super skip, which guarantees you get played in the stream today. It just will put you in a different part of the queue. We're going to do a free skip from the submission form right now, so submit anyway for free, because you might get bumped up for free throughout the stream, all right? This is Hate Me by Pipsqueak. That was crazy. Favorite part of the song by far is when that kind of drum and bass, like drum loop riff, drum break came in. That fucking hit. And just loved the way everything dropped in with the kind of like screamed moment in the chorus as well. Feedback, you know, finish off that first verse for sure. That's probably the biggest thing that I would say is really work on finishing that off. And just try, like, especially with the writing, challenge yourself, you know, go back. Honestly, like, this is how I like to write. My wife is different. She writes in a completely different way. But for me, I'll just go through and I'll kind of like freestyle and then go back and edit as I'm going through. So even now, like, I don't think a song is done really until it feels done. So like, don't feel like you know, go back and edit things when you need to. But definitely the chorus is fucking sick. Who's the next free squick? The free squick. Skip. Fuck, man. Pipsqueak. It's the same as his guys, my brain. Sorry. Tarek up next. It's been one of those days today. I'm tired. It's like that every day. have so much work to do these days. I'm always tired when I get to stream times. Derek up next. I need more Pipsqueak in my life too. Wait till I share my drum and bass and garage inspired tracks. I love those songs. Treat you right. Tarek up next. Just got my first mix back for this song. Thought y'all would appreciate the listen, and as much as I'd appreciate your feedback. Oh my God, I can't read. Let us know what you think in the chat. Tarek, it's been a minute. I can't remember the last time we heard a song of yours. I'm excited. Let us know what you think in the chat. Pipsqueak, we need it. I need more. A little bit quiet on this intro, I will say, just on this vocal sample. I would also maybe just cut it to 1 loop. You don't need to do a full 8 bars. You could do 4 bars on this sample because it doesn't really change. It just loops around again. So for me, just get into the meat of the song. You cut a solid 20 seconds off of the intro. Okay, you are gonna cut it. Beautiful.
Sitting in a backseat Uber, texting and you miss where we were. I ain't think you need reverb.
Tarek, you're from the UK, right?
Picking up the pieces from my last call. I heard you're not feeling me at all. Yeah, but I remember when you were the
Tarek Music on Instagram with a Q.
we had some fun. You said you need
Super chill. I do like this.
and I remember when
I think some of the timing needs a little bit of just massaging here and there. It's like literally like a millisecond off before and after on certain parts of the delivery. So just listen out for that.
so why you bother picking up the phone, saying that you're home, don't need to come around. I know you're not needy, but I'll treat you right.
I like the writing on this. This is probably my favorite writing I've heard from you so far.
Phone, saying I'm alone, you don't wanna see me now. I know it ain't easy, but I'll treat you right. I know it ain't the last time. I know it ain't the last
I do want to hit some more vocal stacks, some more layers, some more harmonies.
time in a long time.
Steve O'Papa just read my fucking mind. Feel like the vocals could use more body or even harmonies, vocal layering. I think that's what we're lacking on this one right now. Definitely could add some more harmonies. Linda Star says does body roll. It's got a nice, it's nice pacing. Tempo is good.
Cause you're addicted to those blinding lights. You want attention, you want a mention, what it takes to be seen. So I know you end up back to me.
The kicks are maybe a touch loud in the production.
You were the one. I remember that we had some fun. You said you needed company. And I remember when
And the hi-hats are a little bit quiet. So on the production side, a little bit more balance between the rhythmic elements and the melodic elements. On the vocal side, timing is something I would listen for. And then just vocal stacks, harmonies. Steve says he got all the hard parts right, now just adding in the small details. I agree with that. I think that's fair. And like there are some harmonies in there as well, but don't be afraid to just stack more. I'm low-key, like, I low-key would say just add like a fuckload and then start pulling stuff back. You know what I mean? Just add as much as you can, build it out, build it out, build it out, and then figure out a way to pull back. I think it's easier to do that than like not doing too much and then being like, ah, shit, like I'm missing something. You know what I mean? Joseph Rue, what's going on? If you guys are in the chat and you want to submit, just make sure you use Nero. It's free to submit your music. Yeah, stack until you feel it's excessive. Because you never know what it's going to spark also. Like, the more you stack, like, you might get, like, new ideas, new melodies that just fit right. And then you can kind of pull things back and edit as you need to. But adding more is always a great way to just spark new ideas and kind of, you never know what you'll end up with. Linda says, so true. I agree with you. Tarek Music, Q. Tarek, Tarriq Music on Instagram. Bro, keep going, though. I will say there's a lot of growth from the stuff that I feel like we heard from you the first couple of times you sent music in. So like you're on the right path, man. Just keep working on it. Keep writing, keep recording, keep doing vocal stacks as well and harmonies. Check the rhyme. What's up, man? I sent you something from Schloob today. Just going to tell you that right now. So keep an eye open for that in your email. Joseph Rue up next. Thank you. Envo the Gamer, what's up? Welcome to the chat. If you guys are in the chat right now and you just joined us, just make sure if you want to submit music, you use Nero. It's free. Submit your music. If you want to skip the queue, we have a $5 or a $10 paid skip queue. The $10 paid skip queue will bump you to the top. The $5 one will guarantee you get played on stream before the end of the stream. Grease, write music on guitar. You can actually have some samples. Sure, why not? We've never done somebody just sending samples. You can definitely send in unreleased music. You can send music videos, whatever you want. If you're going to be sending release music, please use Spotify links and not anything else, just because that's where I do my playlists. The Rules of Love, Joseph Rue up next. Damn, right as I fucking Right as I fucking said it. That's totally my fault because I didn't say this before. Hold on. Let me go find this one from Joseph Rue. Drying says I'm getting cut off by these TurboTax commercials. Oh man, I don't fuck with TurboTax. Well, actually, I do fuck with TurboTax. That's not wrong. I use TurboTax every year, so I'm not gonna say that I don't fuck with them. I actually really fuck with them. You can do multiple if you want. The one thing I would say is don't be the dude who sends like 10 in a row though, because you know that's just. I want to make sure we listen to a bunch of music today. That's it. So I would spread it out over streams. That's actually maybe better, personally. This is The Rules of Love, though, by Joseph Rue. Let us know what you think in the chat. Let us know what you think. Phil's check the rhyme. Stop, bro. You have them stacked up, so it's a little different, but... And also, it's not your one album, so, you know what I mean? Very 80s coded. This is giving Hall & Oates already. I do feel like the master is a little bit quiet. But I kind of fuck with this. Ryan Cole says I'm going to make dinner now. What are you making? Before you leave, I want to know what you're making for dinner. I'm prying into your life. I need to know. It's a little quiet but dope song, says Shanko. Good sync, probably. I can see this syncing. I don't know that the artwork of this album matches the vibe of the song. That's maybe the one thing that I would say about this is just like cohesively, I don't know that the visual matches up with the music quite as much. Could do a cool throwback visual and get hella more burn out of the song. I agree with that. Ryan, I'm dead. Is this considered yacht rock? I would not consider this yacht rock personally. Black white art as a whole is a turn off for me. I don't know if I'd call this yacht rock personally. This is way more like 80s. I guess I don't really know what yacht rock is though. When you say yacht rock, I kind of picture like Margaritaville. What was that guy's name? Jimmy Buffett? This feels way more like Hall & Oates than Jimmy Buffett. And for what it's worth, I love Hall & Oates, so that's a compliment. Hall & Oates are fire. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is way more of my vibe than the yacht rock shit, personally. Personally, this is the 80s pump-up jam when the lover is determined to get back with. This is like montage. Like, honestly, you could get this shit placed in like Cobra Kai or like a show like that. This is like absolutely like training montage music. In the best way. Rock training scene, 100%. Is Toto yacht rock? What we call Rocky training scene also like solid idea. Def got a sync in the bag with this one. I actually like that. I really don't have too much feedback on it. It felt really good. It felt really polished. A little quiet. That's maybe the only thing that I would say. But definitely cool for sync. Like if you haven't submitted that to any sync companies, I definitely would. It's a very niche sound. I don't know that there's that many people already making that heavily 80s influenced music right now. The Police vibes. Honestly, yeah, kind of. That's not too far off either. All right, Envo Squar is up next. Pronounced NVO. Sorry, not Nouveau. NVO. Let us know what you think in the chat. Good shit, man. Did we pull up your socials? I don't know if we did. No, we did. Oh, balls. Balls. Let's run that one back. Sorry, guys. Spaghetti with vodka sauce. Ah. Bellissimo. Yeah, bro, do you think? Do you think?
Moving out to
Oh, NVO.
leaving back on my family. Heartbreak, thought you
Beverly Hills Cop music, a compliment. Yeah, totally a compliment.
The pain is all over my face. I wanna leave, but I'm afraid.
Kind of fuck with this. NVO music on Instagram.
Triggering my anxiety.
Interesting vocal tone.
You don't ever see. You're steady trying to be in next. I'm steady trying to find a next. I thought that we were so in there. messy. It's tearing me apart.
Derek says this one could go on my playlist. That's not too surprising, honestly. This does sound like something you would like.
So many scars. You say you play a part. Love shouldn't be this hard.
I agree. The visual could easily be a compilation of those clips from those things.
We got so many scars.
I do wish there was a little bit more of just different, unique moments in the vocal melodically. I do feel like the melody is kind of like this, and I would love to hear just a little bit more of this. I know this is a crazy way for me to describe it, but if you think about it like that, I think you'll get what I'm saying. It's like, it's a very consistent melody. I wish there was more variation in it.
Even when I'm hurt, I wanna hold you.
That's it. I mean, and that's like such a picky thing. Overall, it's really solid. I do think the thing that would help you stand out more is just a little bit more variation in the melody. You know what I mean? Just like some little shit like that.
I'm running back to you. It's tearing me apart. Love shouldn't be this hard. Got so many scars.
Just a little additive shit, bro. It'll just break it up a little bit more.
We got so many scars.
Just some little things like that, man. A really solid bass, like groundwork to build off of. You start throwing in those little sprinkles here and there, it's just gonna help keep it engaging throughout. That's it. Really solid songwriting, solid song, solid production. It moves in a great way. It's got a good pace, good tempo. That lead melody is really solid, but it's those little things. I think like could be instruments as well as ad-libs and inflections. I would agree. I mean, I kind of point to Chris Brown being like the perfect example of someone who does a really good job of a very dynamic R&B vocal throughout. It's never really the same thing, and I think that's what makes him so easy to listen to. Is just like there's a lot of things happening all the time. I was gonna say that, but R&B KK, yeah, come on, man. Steal any melody that you want. Like it's my favorite thing in the world to do is sing on top of shit. Gemini by Naomi up next. We've got 2 more, and then we'll do another free skip from the chat. I've been enjoying Naomi's music. This is maybe, I haven't heard this one yet, but everything else I've heard so far has been pretty cool. I would change up the lyrics on Heart Off the Hook. It would make it easier to change that melody without being drastic. Also fair. Pottery, thank you for the follow. Shout out to the Geminis in the chat. This one's for you. Crazy, I really liked from Naomi before. So, alright, this is the thing that I'll say about this one. I do think there is a line where R&B gets too airy and too reverby. It's not so much in the vocals as it is in the guitar. The guitar feels maybe a little bit too reverby for me personally. Because it makes it hard to focus on those melodic elements in the production. That's it. I mean, it fits with the style of the song, so there's that. But I think across the board, when R&B gets into this super reverby sound, it gets a little hard for me sometimes to focus on individual elements, and that can be a little tough. Vocally, it's pretty solid. I don't really have too much on the vocal side of things. Pottery, welcome back. But I think on the melodic aspects of the production, too much reverb delay for me personally. And the drums are already present, and you kind of like get into that bounce. That's probably the predominant sound that I hear outside of the vocal. And I just kind of wish there was a little bit more on the melodic side in the production that was cutting through beyond that reverb. Does that make sense? This is definitely like soul R&B. Like this, Janae Aiko I think is like pretty close to this sounds wise. I like the vocal layers, I like the stacks, I like the harmonies. I think those are really good. Randy, what's up? Thank you, Mula. It's hot in here. I definitely need to hydrate more. More of an alternative sound. Like old R&B though still, right? Janae and Umi vibes. Yeah, I could hear that too. Feels like the early 2000 neo soul type shit with other elements I can't put my finger on. It's dope either way. It kind of goes in between all those things, you know what I mean? I think that's what alternative R&B is. It's just like it's R&B but with an alternative kind of twist to it. To me, there's still those R&B elements, there's still those soul elements, especially in the production. If we're talking about the drums, like those feel distinctly R&B. Melodic choices to me kind of lean R&B, even if alternative R&B. I do like this though. I mean, I would listen to this. I just think, and this is maybe the thing overall, there's so much reverb and delay happening on all the elements of the song. I think you just need to pull back on certain elements and focus on maybe making other elements really big. So if it's going to be the vocal, pull back on the guitar a little bit so that the vocal fills up that space and that delay on the vocal and the vocal line specifically fills up that space. If it's going to be less on the vocal, then do more on the guitar. But I think when there's too much delay and reverb happening at once on all the elements, it can just be really hard to focus in on a specific element. And right now, the element that you end up focusing on is the drum loop. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I would say. Again, this is totally just my opinion. So, you know, do what you feel is right creatively. I would never tell you not to. And overall, really liked it. The one thing that I would say is just there's a lot of reverb delay happening. So pulling back in certain areas, I think will help other areas kind of punch through a little bit more. And that's it. Like a female version of Donnie, you got to be a deep neo soul head to know his shit. This is great. Check the Rhymes, loving it. Look, that's a great thing. Naomi Sings on Instagram. Make sure you tap in. Definitely go listen to some of the other music as well. Janae's Sail Out EP and Trip album vibes. Yeah. Which I would still say is like kind of alternative R&B. Maybe neo soul, maybe a little bit more. I don't know. But of course, please send us music all the time. All right, we got another one up next from Joseph Rue. This one's Tell Me You Need Me. I don't know if this one's going to be more Yarrock. Fuck. Joseph, if you submit another one, please do it on Spotify so I don't have to look it up again. This is my fault because I didn't say anything last time. Tell Me You Need Me. All right, come on. Who's had the best record so far? I don't know. They've all been really solid. My favorite so far has maybe been Mundane, Nam, or Christian Audigier. But maybe that's just the vibe I'm in today also. Alright, this is Joseph Rue. Oh, we got a super skip from Evan Joseph. I like this one too, Joseph. It's Joseph Rue on Instagram. There's maybe something that I'm still losing in the mix. I maybe wish there was like slightly more tuning on the vocal just to smooth out some of the shakiness. It's very well written though. It is again very 80s reminiscent, bro. No, you're fine. That's my fault. that's not your fault. I have not told people to submit Spotify links. That's all on me. Who are some of the artists you listen to, man? Like, who are you inspired by? Because I really hear the Hall & Oates. Shanko says, I'm throwing this one on the barbecue. Like, me too. It's like almost like an 80s like rock ballad. There is super skips now. They're $10. Will says you would love McGee. Are you talking to me or are you talking to him? I do like McGee, so... I mean, I will say, I gotta be in the mood to listen to this. Yeah, if you go to Nero, you can actually see the queue as well. Everything in green is a guaranteed name. Yeah, it's McGee. I've been calling him MKG forever, but I found out recently it's McGee. I'd also been saying MKG, check the rhyme. But it is McGee. Confirmed it's McGee. This is y'all people don't know about anything about this music. I like this. You've done a really good job on this album so far, bro. Where are you from on the east coast of Canada? Okay. Inspired by Hall & Oates, the Bee Gees, Phil Collins. I hear those things in this for sure. Billy Ocean. Whoa. Michael McDonald. Bee Gees, I gotta hear you do this an octave up, bro. Alright. The one thing I will say, alright, Master feels a little bit quiet. The only thing, like, when you listen to artists like the Bee Gees and Hall & Oates, it's so easy to get lost in the production because there's so much movement happening in it too. That's maybe the only thing I feel like I'm lacking from this is some of that movement in the mix. In the instrumentation specifically. In the vocal, I feel like it's all around you. It's very all-encompassing. But in the production, I'd love to hear a little bit more movement in the instrumentation. And just the way things come in and out. I felt like it's the only thing that we're lacking. But it's pretty tough, bro. This is cool. Nova Scotia. Dope. What's up, Rain? How you doing? We're listening to Joseph Rue right now. This is Tell Me You Need Me. Second one from his album, One Way Ticket. If you like Hall & Oates, if you like the Bee Gees, if you like, you know, some 80s kind of like rock music, then I think you'll actually really like this album. I've liked the 2 songs you've sent in so far. I will say I've not heard the yacht rock aspect and things yet. This to me still screams Hall & Oates, Phil Collins kind of direction a little bit more than it does yacht rock, personally. All right, we're at submission number 17 now, so let's do another free skip, and then we'll get back into these paid skips, guys. And if you're submitting music, please make sure you submit. Like, honestly, like, we still are going to do free skips throughout. UK Rock that I'm going to DM. Ooh. Bro, I love UK Rock. One of my favorite bands right now is this band from the UK called Lip Filler. I found them randomly as fuck. And I've really, really been enjoying them. All right, Davi, going to the top of the queue right now. Love this song so far. It does. It reminds me of Hall & Oates. 100%. I'm fully there with you, man. I love Hall & Oates. All right, Bodyworth. Davi Gelato. Davy Gelato. Oh. We've had some really unique sounds today. I've really enjoyed that about this stream. We've got stuff from like all different genres I wasn't really expecting. Nishama, what's going on? Yeah, if you want to submit, just make sure you submit in Nero. All of our paid skips go through Nero as well. $5 guarantees you get played on stream. $10 gets you higher on the queue. Either way, we'll play all of the paid skips today. Don't worry. Davey Gelato on Instagram. Out of Sac. / San Jose. Is that right? What is SJ? I like this. Also a little 80s kind of themed, 80s feeling at times in the production. A little bit too much reverb delay on the lead vocal, especially in this rapped part for me. I think it's fine on the more sung parts, but I think on the rap parts it maybe leaves too much of a tail, where things kind of bleed into each other just a touch too much, for my taste. Gonna save it in the playlist and come back to this tomorrow too. Check the rhyme. What is SJ, bro? I know what SAC is, but what is SJ on the West Coast? I need help. I wish there was a higher octave vocal on top of this in the chorus. Think Tommy Richmond-esque, you know what I mean? Like that. San Jose's in Texas, isn't it? Is that in California? No, that's California. You're right, you're right. San Jose is California. San Antonio is Texas. Whoops. What's up, Cameron? How you doing, bro? We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now if you want to come hang out. That's San Antonio. San Jose is in California. You're right. I was right the first time. Look, come on. I'm a human being. Sometimes my brain doesn't want to work properly. That's what it is. Oh, we don't play. I can't play the music out loud on Instagram. That's why. It is working. It's just that it's coming through Twitch and YouTube. That's why I'm trying to push people over there. I mean, I could... No, it doesn't play out loud. Sorry. I'm good, guys. Just come hang out on Twitch on YouTube, though. That's where all the fun stuff's happening. This song is maybe a bit long. At 3:34, you probably The super skip just pushes you higher on the queue. That's it. It just puts you in the top songs. So it's just like quicker if you want to get bumped up higher. So if you're in the super skip, you get pushed higher. If you do regular skip, it'll push you lower as more super skips come in. That's it. Either way, we're playing the songs before the end of the stream, though, so it's really up to you. If you got time to chill, great. If you don't, then you can do a super skip if you want. Yeah, for me, this song probably could have ended around the 3-minute mark. I don't know that I need this last 30 seconds. I don't know that it added too much to the song for me. Hey, man, yeah, sorry. That is how it works. Do you think we'll get to the free ones? We'll try. I'll try to. You know, I can't guarantee it because honestly, like, I was expecting to have way more time to do them, but a bunch more skips came in out of nowhere, which is why I always tell people it's the best way to guarantee it. You know what I mean? It's just, it unfortunately is the setup. I like doing the free skips. If you don't get played on stream today, put it in my songs from the comments thing on Instagram. That's also free, and I listen to all of those songs. So that is the thing I'll say too, is like, I like literally all of my submissions are free. So if you don't get played on stream, there's like 15 other fucking ways to send your music to me where I'll listen to it and still playlist it. I might just not hear it on stream. I also do this twice a week, so there's also, you know what I mean? It's like there's options, but I'll try and get through as many as we can. We obviously have some paid ones we have to get through first, though. Evan Joseph stranded in NYC up next. Bro, it's not even about that. It's just the fucking paid skip thing was only because people asked for it. So this is really, I mean, this is all your fault. You're in the chat. This is all your fault. You did this in the early days of the stream. It was all free, man. And then people were like subscribing, and I was like, well, I gotta give you something in return. So, all right, this is Evan Joseph. Let us know what you think in the chat. This is actually one of my boys I went to college with. Great producer. Does a lot of really cool work. Evan Joseph on Instagram. Oh, you in the chat? This is you, Digital Sauce, bro? I didn't realize that was your username. I remember when we were in like a fucking demo production class together. This is when I was still a rapper. And we made this fucking song together, bro. If I think about it, that song was ass as fuck. Like, like truly. I think I found it on my hard drive not too long ago, and I listened to it, and I was like, this shit is ass. Not because of you, but for me, on my side, very much was not happy with it. But I will always remember that class, bro. Like, hilarious. Congratulations to you, though, because you're already doing the shit. I mean, I guess to both of us, because we're already doing the shit. Like, that's all we can ask for, right? I don't know that Dave Tuff would have looked at us and been like, yo, these guys are going to be working in the industry 10 years from now. I like that you have the BPM in the song title here as well. I don't know if you did that on purpose. It's got a nice bounce to it, bro. Go tap in, bro. Evan Joseph. The 50 Cent remix, bro. There was a lot of things that we did in that class. I mean, I did not know my way around Pro Tools. Like, at that point in my life, like, Pro Tools was like a foreign language. And I don't, do you use Pro Tools now? Probably not, right? I hate Pro Tools. It's garbage. Joseph Rue says, I like this. I like this one too. It's pretty solid. It went into the songs we found on the live stream playlist. Evan Joseph on Instagram. If you're in Atlanta, if you're looking for artists to work with, man, producers to work with, tap the fuck in. This guy's working hard. Not just on the songwriting side, but on the production side as well. Still using Pro Tools. Oh my God, you already thugged it out and stayed in Pro Tools, huh? FL for production. Love that. I made the full switch to Logic, run everything through Logic. It's so much more user-friendly to me. Pro Tools Legend now. I love that. I fucking love that for you. Wait, I gotta play you something, bro. It's been years since we traded music back and forth. Live and Die by Citrus. Loki, this is just a good dance song, bro. You should do like a remix pack of this song also. And collab with some other producers and have them do like remix versions of it. Because I feel like there's a couple of dudes in here especially where it's like, you could bump this up from 120 to 170 BPM, do a drum and bass version of it. Low-key, it kind of lends itself to like Amapiano as well. I could hit like an Amapiano mix of it. That would be really cool. You could try a bunch of different like subgenres of electronic music, and I feel like it would just help the song move even more. But this is a solid like dance song. I like this. All right, bro, I'm gonna play you a beat, just because it's been years since we did this. What should I play? You want some hip hop shit? This is like not finished, but it's like a recent little chop. I feel like you like it. I've been on a musical journey, bro. I've been making all kinds of shit these days. I just be sitting on these beats like a fucking like just a hoarder, bro. I just be hoarding beats these days. I don't know. There's more I want to do to this one. This one's really a shell, but we got hella producers in the chat, bro. This is a very producer-friendly community. This little stabby piano needs a little bit of work on the mix. But you get the idea. Let's get in my Timberland bag a little bit on this one. That'd be fire. Sorry, I like this beat a lot. I forgot how much I like this one. I will say though, last year I was making some weird shit. Like last year I made some stuff like, where is it? I was making stuff like this last year. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the beats I've made recently are very Overcast inspired. This was 2023 in a nutshell for me as a producer. Yeah, I feel like we have a similar outlook on how we should create. Because I feel like you just make whatever you feel like making in the moment, and that is like it. You know what I mean? It's Evan Joseph on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. I'll fuck with that too. I really like the electronic stuff. I just have been like bouncing back and forth from like UK garage, drum and bass, a little bit of pop. I did a hyperpop one like not too long ago. I guess, fuck man, shit. I gotta get back into your music because I'm gonna run out of time if I don't. But yeah, I made this like not too long ago too. So I just feel like I'll literally just hop around. Like if I sit down and I'm feeling something in the moment, that's what I'm gonna make. You didn't miss yours yet. I'm sorry, I got distracted talking to an old friend in the chat. This will happen. I got distracted a little bit, but just be making shit. Simple. Moss up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. Well, back to your music. We gotta get back into it. Sorry. We got 30 minutes left and I gotta get through all these paid skips. Yeah, bro. Yeah. You can still skip the line, check the rhyme. You got hella fucking skips, bro. You just give me one and you got it. You've been stacking them up.
Lately, I feel like what I say don't make sense to others. I don't wanna have to
mix on this is great. This is basically all the things that I've been talking to you about up until this point. This feels like it's hit all the notes. Vocal punches through, everything feels full.
Actually, I only really say it now to say that. Wait, hold on. Let me hear that playback. Why can't life always be this simple?
Manny_Moss_ on Instagram. Melody on this part maybe feels like it needs a little bit of work still.
Do you want this simple answer or the complex?
Raps sound really, really good though.
Or do you want a chick with manners that's the
Let us know what you think in the chat.
Or do you need the front checks?
Love the instrumentation on it. That electric piano that comes in and out just feels really good.
Everybody know a jigger song, but everybody don't know how to get along. How the fuck you gonna live long and live in stress? How the fuck you gonna
Let us know what you think in the chat as always. We want to know what you think of these songs.
The sequel, who is you gonna do it to next? That's evil, boy. You best protect your neck. Why can't life
I like all of the classic hip hop like references in this one too.
I ain't the one to play with.
Why can't life always be this simple? S-I-M-P-L-E.
The only thing that's throwing me off is the melody on this chorus with the bass line. There's like a little bit of like that feeling there on it. Other than that, I think this is probably the most polished song that I've heard from you. It's really just that melody on the chorus is kind of throwing me off a little bit.
You always want it easy. That is unappealing. That is not appeasing. Please believe me. You don't want to look back when it's time to die.
I love like the vocal tone and your delivery throughout, especially in the rap part. So I think you've like really nailed that.
Maybe I can die about my happy side. Maybe I won't have to lie. Maybe I won't cry whenever it is time for afterlife. Maybe it's never certain, but maybe I put this work in. That's how I get the.
That's where it needs to be.
My purpose is sounds like you deserve it, but sound is a hard discernment. Only know that cause my purpose turned me hard is working. Now I'm too specific on the sound about to draw the perfect, and I know me slipping on the ground unless it's time to kick. Why can't life always be this simple? S-I-M-P-L-E.
That's it.
S-I-M-P-L-E.
This feels like it's in the wrong space on this melody. Really dope song, really dope idea. It's just that SIMPLE moment. I think the melody just feels a little bit off key where that bass line is. So just use that bass line as a reference point and build around from that. I think right now it just kind of clashes a little bit too much when you get to that section. But I will say everything else about this feels like you've taken every note we've given you, run with it. The mix sounds really good. The vocals punch through in such a clear way. The delivery is really strong, especially in those rapped parts. I think it's just in that sung part where it's like, that could be a little bit tighter for me. Posting disc collab, 3 still samples. Oh, okay, fire. Well, I love that. Definitely tap in the Discord. Joseph Rue, one more super skip. I think I saw it in there. Yeah. Tony, Sean Deuce up next. I'm going to keep things moving pretty quickly. Sorry. So if I don't respond to every single person in the chat, it's because I want to keep things moving and get through all these songs. Tony, Sean Deuce, let us know what you think of the chat. But Joseph Rue, you are in the queue. I don't know if we lost Manny during that as well, but...
Hustle to my wrist stony is what it is, gon' be what it's gon' be. Need a bad guy.
Let us know what you think of the chat.
I'm Tony. Meet me at the top where they saying that it's lonely.
This has got a really good like vocal tone. 1114.deuce on Instagram. I think I said this about Sean Deuce last time we listened to him too. Really good voice.
I just do it myself. I spit crack, don't sit shit, fly off the shelf. That's just one of many ways I acquire my wealth.
I will say lyrically, this one doesn't necessarily stand out to me quite as much as maybe the other song we listened to from you. Just because I feel like I'm hearing like tropes that you would hear in hip-hop a lot. So that's the only reason that maybe I wouldn't come back to this one. Definitely playlist. I'm on the fence about it because of that. I like the way it sounds, I like the way it feels, but lyrically it maybe doesn't catch me the same way. This one came out in January though.
Hustle to my wrist stony is what it is, gon' be what it's gon' be.
Hook is solid. This, it's a little too lost. I think it's a pool floaty, but I've been using it as a little stress ball. My anxious boy. Sometimes it helps me to just squeeze this thing. Joseph Bruce says this is fire. G. Look.
That's the bad guy.
So I do, yeah, there's a lot of things I do like about this. Vocal tone is probably the biggest thing. The actual rhythm of the delivery is really nice. Definitely got an old school vibe to it. I like that about it too. The one thing I would say is just try and stay away from like, just like the cliche lines that I feel like we've heard rappers say a lot generally. Like obviously people say them for a reason and it's like people recognize them. But I do think that that's probably the thing that I would love to hear from you is just to really step into your own style from a writing perspective as well and say things in a different way. Even if it's the same idea, figure out a new way to say it and that really catches people's attention and stands out. Because that's the only thing that I would say is like I heard certain lines, heard certain bars where I was like, I've heard that or something similar before, and I would love to hear you kind of push the boundaries of like what exactly you say in songs just a little bit more. And obviously I've only heard 2, so like this is just based off of those 2 that I've heard. This one specifically is where I feel that. I don't even know that I felt that on the last one we listened to. The Architect, Cruel Sid, up next. Sorry guys, trying to get through these songs. Let us know what you think in the chat. Love the artwork for this one already.
heaven sent, but that does not prevent demons from making threats. Gotta keep people away from my chest, my heart.
I like this one as well. I do wish that the vocal was a touch louder in the mix. That's probably the thing that catches my ear immediately, is that I wish this vocal was up in the mix.
I'm like the architect, cold as the Arctic, that's as cold as
that little like bongo drum that's going is nice, but it's a bit loud.
I don't get these niggas politics, so I stay out of it. I'm not here to do the shit y'all do, though I was lost a bit. We are not the same, I'm not the one to blame.
It's a cool sample flip too.
Thank God for me. All my bitches gon' ride for me. Suicide is not the vibe, we too alive, we too in sync.
Cruel Sid, where are you from? You got a real southern tint to your vocal.
Fuck a dream, shit like this I know, fuck hope, I just believe. Messages I can barely perceive, receive from Martian beings.
I really love the artwork of this song.
They split my soul in three. Now I either the timekeeper, the Holy Trinity.
Nice with the synths coming in like this.
I'm rising with the beam, trim extreme.
I don't know that I expected the synths to come in the way they did, but it's such a nice touch.
You lose identity. Niggas think that you can be free inside of the machine. False fantasies that they sell you, shit like the lottery. I try to be.
Love the way this builds into this moment towards the end. I don't think I expected it from the rest of the song, and that I like a lot. I like that it was this unexpected build into this moment with synths, additional instrumentation on top of the sample without it being just drums. Professor Tubas, welcome back to the chat. We're listening to Cruel.Sid on Instagram right now. Yay vibes, minus the anti-Semitism. Just have to caveat with that. We didn't hear any anti-Semitism in this. That was really cool. The Architect by Cruel Sid. Definitely put that in the playlist. I will come back to it, and it probably will end up making it. All right, Femi, Silver Surfer V2. You like Atlanta raps, bro. Femi is that. Actually, Evan, I don't know if you're still in here, bro, but you gotta tap in with Femi, bro. Femi's going crazy right now. Song title fits the song a lot, I would agree. David Gelato, we listened to your song, it was hard, bro. God damn, Femi. Femi 79. Just made this last night. Get it mixed and mastered, my dude. Femi 79 on Instagram. This shit is tough as fuck. Oh my god. If my back didn't hurt so much, I would be bouncing a lot more. Definitely finish this, bro. Yeah, don't worry. The VOD will be on YouTube as well if you miss it. You can always check the VOD out after we get off stream. Oh, this shit is filthy. Who produced this? The horns on this are crazy, bro.
They say I got nostalgia vibe like O2 making hits like Kiss. Keep a honey bun with me everywhere I go. Got a snow bunny underwood when I'm with the love.
I don't always like the over enunciation. Sometimes it's okay. I don't know that caught my ear in that one specifically in a negative way personally, but Sucra says this one is absolutely 100% tough. Joseph Russo says tough. Nicholas says need more horns and music again. I agree. Shout out to Waka Flocka, kind of. This is a crazy beat, bro. It's like that. It's like. That's insane. That's a fucking sick horn line. Finish this one. Stamp of approval. Finish this one. I need it. I want it in my library. I want to listen to it again. Femi 79, TFMEI 79, Atlanta based. Like, come on, bro. Just tap the fuck in. That's that classic fucking Atlanta sound. I love it. Femi 79. Go listen. Go stream. Go follow. His other music is hard too. Go listen to his music that's out also. Out of Control, Joseph Rue up next. Thank you for sending a Spotify link this time. You made my life easy as fuck. with this. Thank you. Out of control. Let us know what you think in the chat. Back to Yacht Rock slash... Oh, this is not Yacht Rock either. Very 80s coded again, though. Brother. It's Joseph Rue on Instagram. I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I didn't even know they listened to music like this in Nova Scotia. Oh. Way to switch up that rhyme scheme. Really good. Well, needs to know if you produce your own stuff, Joe. I also need to know if you do, too. Vegapunk says I write stuff close to Juice WRLD, XXX, Tentacion. That's fine. I fuck with those artists, too. I got to interview Juice WRLD, Genius, a couple times. He was a very nice boy. Yeah, bro, I gotta say, Joseph Rue, I'm fucking with this album, man. One-way ticket. 3 out of 3 for me. You got a nice voice, too. This one's definitely more funk. I agree. This reminds me of Sugar Hill Gang, and I guess the sample from the Sugar Hill Gang song. This is great. I gotta say, the Yacht Rock thing threw me off a little bit. I haven't heard one Yacht Rock song yet. Really solid work on this album, bro. Really solid work. How are we looking right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more songs. All right, we'll do another free skip in here as well. Now my friend produces. Shout out Ari. Shout out to Ari, bro. Doing an amazing job. Ari Mastoris is the producer on this stuff. Darkness to Light. That's great. If you are dropping this week also and you're in the chat, make sure you put things in my release calendar. That is the first thing that I check on a release day on Friday before I update my own playlist. So if you have music dropping, send it in there as well, just in case we don't get to it today. And you can also go follow me on Kayvan's House on Instagram. We got a bunch of free submission opportunities for you there too. I'm dead, bro. Go follow us here. You can submit in my comments on this video specifically. I'll be listening to the songs from this comment section and also putting stuff into our playlist and content, okay? Real Dame, we've switched things up a little bit, my dude. We do everything through Nero now, so just make sure you submit your music in there. Let me know. Usually we do paid skips in there for $5, which is cheaper than the Twitch subscription, which is why I'm pushing everyone to it. But let me know when you've submitted in there, and we'll make sure we get you bumped into the queue and play you before the end of the stream. This is Beautiful Mirage by Shanko. New song he's working on currently. A demo. Let us know what you think in the chat. Scotty, we did not get to it yet, bro. Sorry, we are still working through the paid skips. It's like this sometimes when we got a lot of paid skips and we don't get to do all the free ones, so just come back on Thursday if you don't get played today. We'll do another 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time stream on Thursday, okay? Shanko's the producer, artist, and engineer on this one. This is a new idea he's working on. This reminds me of Fall Guys almost immediately. I don't know if you guys have played Fall Guys. It's got that kind of fun, like... I might have said this about your music last time. We're gonna just throw it on. Just so you can see the thing that I'm hearing in my head. Fucking goddamn, bro. 2 ads? What are we doing here? Not the ads. This is not what I was trying to show you. This is exactly what this game feels like. Of course, Mula. No, because it's actually cheaper to not do it the subway. So now we do it through Nero, because I can bring the price down. But because you did it, I'll still give you the skip. This was a pretty recent change. That's why I'm telling you right now. Just let me know what your artist name is when you get to that point, okay? Right? It's got that like sparkly kind of like SSX Tricky, honestly, like also kind of feels like this to me. And the music is just like that. It's like bright, it's fun, something colorful about it. Damn, they made this game way crazier looking. I like this one. I don't know that I have too much feedback on it. The mix sounds really full and nice. I definitely agree with the hook, adding more verses on or adding more verse lyrics and then layers. Definitely not mad at variation, because I think that's just a good thing in general to think about when you're creating and making music, but there's nothing to like, there wasn't anything that really caught my ear in a negative way, where it's like, yo, you need to fix this, you need to work on this. Generally, that feels really good. It's just really fun. Fall Guys stream when? I don't know, should I bring back gaming streams at some point? I just don't know if I can. I'd have to do it off of my PlayStation, because I haven't figured out the capture card thing into a Mac yet. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll figure it out. Rain Felix, the boy up next, literally made all of this today, so unreleased. Let me know what you think. A little different from my usual stuff. The fuck is Schedule 1, bro? Oh, Rain. Rain! Okay, damn, I put you in the queue. This is, I really love the way this one started. I'm Rain Felix on Instagram. Yeah, EAFC is an easy one, bro. I actually made a... I haven't dropped this yet, Will, but you haven't seen this yet either. Oh! This is maybe my favorite Rain Felix song so far, bro. I haven't dropped this yet, Will, but... This is my goal compilation from January to February. You know, we have to get a little goal compilation going, bro. Come on, look at this. Oh! I did this edit myself on CapCut. Rain, this is my favorite song I've heard from you yet. By far. I will. I'll send you a screenshot later on. I love this song, dude. I need more of this from you, dude. Truly, I want more of this. It just fits your voice so well, and I also think it fits that like raw feeling you like to go for. There's a lot of really cool things happening in this one. I like it a lot. This was a crazy goal. Come on. Sorry, this goal compilation is about to be finished. I'm just gonna let it play because it's hard. Great goal. I'm Rain Felix on Instagram. This one, man. This one. Great late night driver up at 3 a.m. contemplating life music. I just think this is actually perfect for everyone. I'd listen to this on the train, in the Uber. I'd be very excited for this one to come on. But I will say, of all the music we've listened to from you, that one, just there's something really special about it. It caught my ear immediately. Production, vocal, just the way it all kind of fits around your voice. Even the writing style, bro. Like, there's something really special about that sound from you. And I would challenge you to make more in that direction and kind of shift into that direction musically overall, because I just think that people will really gravitate towards it. Again, do what you feel is best. But to me, there's just something that stood out so much to me. Of all the music we've listened to, that one just stood out in a completely different way. Casino Trail, Go Hard featuring Chanel True up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. We got our first music video of the day. In a month. Beautiful. Make sure you get that uploaded soon, so you can do all the pitching properly on the back end. All right, let us know what you think in the chat. Casino Trail and Chanel True.
Let's go half on a baby, not
not the bills. Let's get lost. I'ma find you if it's real.
Solid start.
Love is a weapon that you carry and conceal.
You get the thumbs up for me on this one.
We agree to make a deal. Okay, don't laugh at me. Other niggas raggedy. 50-50 from you, that just mean that you the half of me.
A little Bonnie and Clyde inspired music video. We're never mad at that.
Boy, so what you asking me? Look, don't get to bashing me. Don't take it wrong. Meet me in the middle, baby.
Great shots. Shout out to whoever shot this one.
Me without the you ain't trying to solve the riddle, baby. Let's go half up. You ain't taking it wrong.
I do think the vocals could come up in the mix just a touch. The production's pretty loud.
Let's go half on a baby, not the bills.
That's the only thing I would say, especially that high-pitched synth. That one comes in a little harsh.
Promise to stand on it. We agree to make a deal.
Baby, what's mine is yours. Only reason I'd be tripping.
Hey man, this is given like early 2000s like R&B hip hop crossover song. It's a real classic kind of sound. Let us know what you think in the chat. I fuck with this. I'm gonna pull it up and save it really quickly on Spotify as well. I'ma find you if it's real. There's a weapon. When you guys are layered like this, it's like the perfect layering also. Yeah, if you did a skip, we'll make sure we play you before we get off. I'm gonna have to go a little bit over, I think, but it's like that sometimes. This is amazing, saving it right now on the green apps as rain. I like this too, man. Really good song. The video was cool too. I like that it just was like more about you guys than it was about like the crime or whatever. Like, I do feel like when people do videos like this, sometimes it can get a little bit too much about like the robbery and acting that out. This was so like specifically about you two and being together in the room and in the moment that I really liked that. I liked that that was the approach you took on the video. But the song was solid. If anything, the one thing I would say is that the vocals could come up in the mix just a touch, but generally really liked that one. Casino Trail on Instagram. We're going to follow you. Good job. And then let's make sure we go follow Chanel as well. Chanel_true on Instagram. Also a great job. Both of you did a really, really good job on this one. Chanel_true. Casino Trail. I agree. The second half of the song probably hit for me more because it was that back and forth. I just think if you're going to do a collaboration with another artist, like incorporating those moments where you go back and forth throughout is like a really good thing to do because it gives like another kind of like moment of that chemistry of you both together, which I think is good. Spare Change, we'll read post breakup song. I love this artist. Oh, accept invite. What is this, man? Let us know what you think in the chat. We listened to we might have listened to this the other day, bro. Sosa sent in something. I don't know if it was this one, but Sosa sent us something recently. No, it wasn't this. Ooh, brother. Will_read. This guy is sick. Great producer, great artist. Half of Asian Blonde. Also definitely worth a follow. You're welcome, Casino Trail. Good, great job. Oh! Shout out to the X. Nah. Who? Love the production on this. Love the way that the guitar comes in distorted like this. Production all done by Will also. You sure, bro? It's in the queue. I'm sorry, it's been like that today. What's this, ladies? I'm single, by the way. We'll read. Half of Asian Blonde. Also worth following Asian Blonde as well. I said this the other day about Ed's music, bro. I'm loving the way that you're both finding yourselves individually musically, and I'm excited for how it's going to come back together when you guys are making Asian Blonde music again, because I feel like you've both learned so much individually as artists and have really found your own sounds, and it's going to be a really, really cool when you guys blend that together again. Yeah, this is Will, bro. Nah, bro, it's cool. It's cool to hear you guys kind of do your own thing as well and just like really experiment. It's been interesting to hear you both make so drastically different types of music as well. I'm excited. I'm excited to hear more from you guys. Yeah, I mean, hit Will up, bro. Will is also a guitarist, but you should definitely hit him up. You've gotten really well. I know that you've been playing guitar for a little bit. You've gotten really good at it, bro. Like, I feel like every time I hear you playing guitar, I'm even more impressed because it just feels like you're really getting it. Like, there's just something like you've got your own style already. 1942 Moses MIK JL Sa. Let us know what you think in the chat. Yo, look, hit him up. That's the whole point of this community too. If you hit something you like, go follow the artist. Go hit him up. Will_Reed or _Will Reed on Instagram. This is Nicholas's one today. Oh, bro. I love Afropop. German Afropop I've never heard before, so this is cool already. I'm gonna save this one immediately because it's just I've never heard anything quite like this. His thing isn't working just for what it's worth. Is his Instagram gone? He deleted his Instagram. Oh, damn. I like this because this is almost Amapiano. It's maybe lacking a little bit more log drum, but it probably leans more Amapiano than Afrobeat to me, or Afropop even. It's got Amapiano kind of like elements in it. I fuck with this though. I listen to a lot of music like in this space just generally. German on this type of music is really a different sound than I've heard before. Like I've quite literally never heard an artist do German over this type of production before, but it's really cool. This is definitely something that's easy for me to just zone into. Like if I'm working right now and this is playing, I am fucking in my shit. 1942. I wish there was a little bit more log drum happening. That's it. I'm very pro log drum though in general, and like with Amapiano, Afrobeat, like I want as much log drum as I can physically get. That maybe sounds like a crazy thing, but man, do I like. There's never too much log drum for me, personally. Great energy on this. Really good bounce on this. It's like, you know, I think with this genre in general, it's just something you kind of get lost in, and you have to get lost in it. So if you like house music, if you like kind of techno music, I think it's easy to get lost in Amapiano that way. The one thing I will say that I wish there was a little bit more of on this one that maybe I didn't hear, and this is like that log drum's like really, really in the low register, so it gets a little buried. I would love to hear more of that specifically, because I just think that is such an important piece of Amapiano, is that like log drum moment. And that was the only thing I feel like I wasn't maybe getting enough of. That's it. Outside of that, I really, really like the pacing of it, like the rhythm of it, like the production. But I just wish there was more log drum. Give me more. Nishama, don't worry. Up next, this is V1 of a demo. All right, we've got 2 more left because we're not going to do the Sam Akpro one. Sorry, check the rhyme, but thank you also for not making me do a 6-minute video at the end. Just send it to me. Just text it to me. I'll listen to it anyway. I'll just watch it in my own time. We're gonna hit a raid after this as well, so I'll take you to another music streamer where you can send music in, hopefully. But this is Neshama. Let us know what you think in the chat. Neshama.us. It's alright, the VOD will be up in literally 10 minutes, so. Neshama.us. I maybe wish there was a little bit more of a build up into this moment because it does feel like we're already at the drop. Granted, maybe there's more drops happening throughout. I feel like we kind of got thrown into this without any build into it though, and that's maybe the only thing I would say on the arrangement side is now that I've been thrown straight into kind of like the meat of it. As much as I do like it, I feel like with electronic music and especially this genre, I want a little bit more of a build into that release moment. And so that's maybe the only thing I would say is I don't know that we got that build on this one yet. Granted, maybe we get it in this next section and the section afterwards. But for a 4-minute long song, I would have loved to hear a little bit more of a build into this drop in the first part. Again, Neshama.us, make sure you go follow if you're rocking with this one. And if you are in the chat, let us know what you think of the songs. Obviously, you know, your feedback is priceless. All right? I low-key like this second drop a little bit more. Mainly because of that build into it. I don't know, there's something really satisfying about that build. From probably, what, like a minute into like a minute 35, minute 40. This again is like, you know, you gotta be like outside. This is like in a set, getting lost in it kind of music too. I don't know that I'm throwing this on my desk every day of the week. I do kind of wish there was maybe a little bit more on the melodic side of things with the sound design too. Especially in these moments where the drum is really kind of the driving force behind it. Rhythmically, it's cool. I like the composition on the rhythmic side. I wish there was a little bit more variation in the music side, like the melodic side. Especially at 4 minutes. Though I will say for the genre, this is pretty... Oh, see, like, this is really cool right here. I wish those pianos had come in maybe a little bit earlier. It is a nice third section, though. Like, it's almost like a C section. It's almost the C section. Yeah, I think with this piano in here, like, this part's, like, super different, right? And, like, this part is probably my favorite part because it builds into it again. The pianos come in, they're kind of a surprise. I wish we'd maybe got nods to the piano throughout a little bit more. Just to have more moments of, like, an engaging melodic element throughout. I feel like that's probably the thing that's lacked the most in this one, is just that melodic element. It's been very drum heavy. Again... You know, for the genre, I'm going to take that into account. I feel like this fits for the genre. As this is V1, the thing that I would focus on a little bit more is that tension building into the first drop. Some more melodic elements throughout, even if it's different melodies that kind of come and go. I love this last section. I wouldn't change all too much about that. Middle section was also really nice in the second drop. I think that first drop is really where I feel like you need the most work. And then just throughout, especially when you get into those more built-up moments, having more melodic elements as well in there to just kind of keep people's attention. But really easy to get lost in again. Like, that is music that you get lost in and you put on in the background and you just focus in on what you're doing. So I can't be too mad about it. I could definitely hear it inside of someone's set. Drinking K-Dame up next. We're going to do this last one from Darkness to Light after this, and then we're going to call it a wrap for tonight's stream. It's been great, though. Make sure you guys hop in the Discord if you haven't. Like I said, you can always submit your music in there. We have the community playlist update dropping soon. Ooh! Okay, damn. I don't know that I was expecting this from you. K-Dame Music on Instagram. Also, make sure you go follow us on Kayvan's House. You can submit your music for free on our Instagram and the Songs from the Comments content, which will be updating on Thursday. So you got a couple more days to get those submissions in there if you want, all right? We're going to turn off the queue for now.
I love to party with my friends. Said I love to drink.
I love the background vocals on this already. I think the vocal layering is really well done. Cool beat choice too. 2 minutes is really easy. The one thing I would focus on is adding some more layers, especially in these moments in the verses. Even if it's just background vocal kind of stuff, harmonies in the backgrounds, as more of like a consistent, like drawn out legato vocal, like this. That's really nice. But having more of that throughout, I think wouldn't be a bad thing.
'Cause I love to drink. I love to party with my friends.
The Let's Get Down could be better, I think, timing wise. These moments on the chorus are really nice. I think it's just figuring out how to incorporate some of these moments in the verses as well. It feels a little empty in the verses. That's the only thing I will say. But the idea is really good. Definitely finish it. Definitely flesh it out. KayvanMD Music on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with that one. Lots of things I liked about that one, but I would love to hear you kind of build it even more than it is already. Flood Me, Master. This one is by Darkness to Light. We're ending on some metal. Let's go. Oh, fuck yeah. Great job for an hour. Darkness to Light, do you have socials? I don't know that I was expecting this at all. Very Linkin Park-esque in the vocal. Maybe a little bit of like Avenged Sevenfold in the vocal as well. The growly scream is amazing. Okay, tough. You didn't know this about me, but I had a metal phase. I listened to a lot of Avenged Sevenfold and Bullet for My Valentine at a certain point in my life. This kind of like fits in between both of them for me. Nah, bro, this is the last one we're gonna do for the night. I have just worked a full day of my job and I'm tired. I need to go eat. I'm so hungry. But I am back on Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And like I said, there's a bunch of other ways you can submit music to me as well, so just make sure you tap in with some of those. Also, this one's gonna be 4 minutes and 52 seconds long, so that's a longer song. Gio, what's up, man? We are quite literally about to end the stream after this song. This part right here is maybe the only part that I'm crazy about melodically. Yeah, I'm not. This is the only time we've ever had a metal song be the last song we played. Is this all you on your own, or is this a band, like an actual band? Yeah, I don't know if I'm crazy about that one solo guitar melody that you have in the intro and then that section after the chorus. The rest of it I really like. I like this tempo change. The solo here sounds really nice too. I think I just want that other solo section to be a little bit more interesting. You do this on your own? Fuck yeah. Do you play all the instruments? Guest vocal on verse 4. The only thing I would say is it's very, in the mix, very guitar heavy. I wish there was a little bit more space for the vocal to punch through, more than it does at the moment. And I'd love to actually feel the drums maybe a little bit more than I do in the mix at the current moment. The guitar tone is really good. The volume of them is maybe a bit, like, ever so slightly too loud. Just because when you have all these different layers going at once, right, it really just builds that. It is of the genre, though, so can't really fault it too much. Solo's going crazy right now. It's honestly pretty crazy, dude. Wrote the whole song, lead guitar / solo, I guess, featured on the song. I would have loved to hear some more double kicks. But I mean the kick. I think that's what I mean in the drums too. The kick is really buried in the mix. So getting a little bit more of that rhythmic section, I think, is what I'm lacking right now. I hear it from everything in the high end, but everything in that low end gets kind of tucked into the background or lost beneath all those guitars. And the guitars are very present. So that's like the only feedback that I can give really is like just a little bit more balance between the guitars and some of those other elements in the song. I really want to hear those vocals cut through a little bit more than they do. I wish the drums cut through a little bit more than they do. I do think the Bullet for My Valentine would be a great mix reference for you because you are doing some of the things there. Same thing with Avenged Sevenfold, like guitar tone especially, vocal tone especially. I feel like it fits with using that as a mix reference, especially when we're talking about like just listening to and being like, all right, these are some of the things that they're doing. But I will say, overall, quite impressive. Definitely impressive to be doing on your own. And shout out to everybody who submitted music today. Shout out to all the new followers, all the paid skips. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for sending music in. I do have to go. I'm tired and my neck and my back hurt and I really want to go lie down. But I am back on Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time, so you can always send music to me. This is the schedule. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, highly recommend doing it. If you haven't followed us on Kayvan's house, make sure you go do that too. I'll be dropping some more interview content this week. We'll be doing a new interview with one of my friends who works in the music industry on the distro side. He runs his own label, so that'll be a really cool one, so you guys can kind of see behind the curtain and see what his daily life is like as well. We've got new playlist content updating tomorrow from the songs we found here on Twitch, so make sure you tap in for that tomorrow as well. We'll be updating on the Kayvan's house page with new content there. And yeah, new songs from the comments on Thursday, new music Friday on Friday. More shit coming down the line, so make sure you tap in. I'll see you guys soon. Let's go see if there's somebody for us to go raid. I didn't do a raid the other day, so I'd love to do one if one of the homies is on. You can, small thanks, but not right now because I'm about to get off. We are at the end of the stream. But we are going to go raid Big Duck Energy Music, who's one of my favorite music streamers on Twitch, YouTube. He's not been on for a couple days. He's doing a track battle right now, so you should definitely tap in with him. He's really dope. Come on this raid with us, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a great rest of your week. We're back on Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time, all right? Peace.